This is my predicted Chelsea 11 to face Nottingham Forest in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge this Sunday. After another 4-2 victory at home to Ghent in the Conference League, we now shift our attention to Nottingham Forest in the Premier League this Sunday, where Chelsea can make it 6 games unbeaten. The way that Chelsea are playing right now, I feel so confident that we can get the result against Nottingham Forest and go into the international break unbeaten. Now, I have double checked the injury list just to make sure we're up to date, so let's get into this predicted 11. Starting off in goal, I've chosen Robert Sanchez, Chelsea's #1 goalkeeper. Now, in the last few games he has played, we've conceded at least 2 goals, and it's not been good enough. Some defensive errors, some errors by Robert Sanchez himself. So let's hope he can have a good game, keep his head down, have some great distribution, and make no silly mistakes. Moving on to left back, I've chosen Marc Cucurella, Chelsea's #1 left back. This guy has been performing at a high standard very consistently for a long time now, and we're finally getting to see the qualities of Marc Cucurella. I do think Vega could push him for a potential left back spot later on in the season because Vega's playing very well, but as of right now, Cucurella starts. Moving on to left centre back, I've chosen Levi Colwill. This is another player who's been performing consistently at a high level this season, and we're starting to see the qualities of Levi Colwill develop in real time. His line breaking passes are great. He's solid defensively. Sometimes he has a bit of a mistake when he's got Fofana next to him, but overall, Levi Colwill is performing at a high standard, and long may it continue. Moving on to the right centre-back, I have chosen Tosin. Now, I think Enzo Maresca is more than likely going to play Fofana, but I would personally like to see Tosin partner up with Colwill against Nottingham Forest, because I think that partnership is solid. I do really rate Wesley Fofana, but there is too many mistakes between Colwill and Fofana currently, and I think a little break from that partnership and having Tosin and Colwill would just rectify that in the short term. Moving on to right back, I have chosen Malo Gusto. He did not play in the Conference League game. He was rested, and Disasi played right back, who actually did a fairly decent job. But now we're back to the Premier League. Malo Gusto has to start. This guy is frightening when he's fully fit. Moving on to the left-hand side of that double pivot, there is only one man for the job currently, and that is Moises Caicedo, because this guy is playing like he's bulletproof, consistently playing at a high level week in, week out, and going under the radar of rival fans. They don't really appreciate how good Moises Caicedo is right now. Currently the best DM in the league, and I will stand on business and say that. Moving on to the right-hand side of that double pivot, I've chosen Enzo Fernandez because I feel like the Caicedo-Fernandez partnership is really starting to click, and we're starting to see Enzo coming into his game, coming into a bit of run of form, which is probably poorly timed with the international break straight after this game, but we're starting to see what this partnership can do. Now, I would like to see Romeo Lavia play there, but I feel like having Caicedo and Lavia as them double sixes could be a bit too defensive. Moving on to the left wing, I have chosen Jadon Sancho, and that's purely because this guy is on red-hot form. 3 games, 3 assists, and long may that continue. Can he make it 4 assists in 4 games, or could he get himself his first Chelsea goal against Nottingham Forest? Moving on to that number 10 position, I have chosen Mr. Cole Palmer, because obviously he is the best player in the Premier League right now. If he's fit, he starts. Will he produce another 4-goal game? No one knows. Will he get another 3 assists in a game? No one knows. Every time Cole Palmer plays, it is magic, and we never know what to expect. But let's just hope he plays well. Moving on to the right wing position, I have chosen Pedro Neto because I genuinely feel like Pedro Neto is outperforming Noni Madueke currently. I know that Neto played against Ghent in the Conference League. He got himself a goal. He just constantly looks electric, whether it's defensively or offensively. He is bringing his A game, and I feel like he deserves a start. So that leaves the number 9 position. Who will lead the line for Chelsea against Nottingham Forest? I have chosen Christopher Nkunku. This guy is currently averaging a goal every 90 minutes. This guy is becoming a very clinical finisher, and he is on red-hot form. And I feel like he deserves a start against Nottingham Forest. That's no disrespect to Jackson, who is also playing incredibly well, contributing to the attack with goals and assists, and linking up with everyone in that attacking third very well. But I just feel like Nkunku right now, everything he touched turns to a goal, and he deserves a start. So that is my predicted Chelsea 11 to face Nottingham Forest this Sunday at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League. Do you agree with this lineup, or would you have different players in different positions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love having a conversation with you guys, and if you are new around here, make sure you hit that follow button.